Okay, we're out here today with the ST Mini X drone here, and this is the XT Mini app, the iOS app for, in this case, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which you can download from the App Store and inside the box the QR codes. Okay, so here we've already entered the FPV view of the drone. Seeing the drone is on the ground on the tarmac here, or a better case, the drone pad here. And you already see we have some issues here. At the top left-hand corner it says geomatic interference, and then we got a compass disturb window down below on the left-hand side. And we can't read all of it. It says, please fly the aircraft away from, again, and the app's not configured too well for the size of the phone here, unfortunately. So we don't know what that message says entirely here, and in this case we probably need to do a compass calibration, but we got to figure out how to do that in this drone here. This is our very first flight. I mean, I haven't tested it, I haven't flown it 10 times before I made this video. This is I did a unboxing first look video, which I will link down below, but this is the first time I've actually got it out and have it prepared for a flight here. Now, Johnny Drone Flyer, he had some, we'll say, some compass calibration issues with his too, so this doesn't completely surprise me. So let me go into the settings here and see if I can find where you can change the, or you can start a compass calibration to fix these geomagnetic issues here, that those warning those warning prompts said here. So we don't see anything in here really. I don't even understand all this voice prompts, display prompt message. Well, that's on because we got some already. Of course, it can put grid lines and stuff up here, and it gives you the app version here, and the Wi-Fi version. I guess that's the firmware version, flight control. So it's some data here, but nothing useful as far as a compass calibration thing here. This is the first time in the app looking around, so we're trying to learn a way around in here also, as well as figure out how to fly the drone here. So so we heard a page called parameter. I think we were on track, and parameter beginner mode, which we probably should turn off here. That probably maybe that's our problem already. It's in beginner mode. We got a flight distance set to 98 feet, flight altitude 98 feet, return altitude 65 feet. That's probably all part of the beginner mode restrictions here. So in the bottom it says note, return altitude shall not exceed flight altitude, which is usually par for the course. Okay, if I had mentioned earlier, what you're seeing here is a screen recording that I initiated on my phone here, which shows everything that's happening in the app. So, and there was nothing on that page that helped us out as far as learning how to do a compass calibration. So let's kind of get out of the app here. Here's my iPhone screen here showing that I'm connected to the STDrone Mini Wi-Fi network. This drone does not connect to your phone via a cable. The controller and the phone connect via Wi-Fi and not via cable. So we are connected right now. Okay, well that didn't help here. So we're right back to where we were before with the screen here, where it's giving us the geomagnetic interference in the upper left hand corner and the compass disturbed notification pop up in the bottom right hand corner. But as I say, you don't even see it all what the notification says, because the app's not configured very well to the size of my phone's screen here. Okay, so here we go. We're back in the kind of the settings here, giving a second look in case we missed anything. We're under the parameter menu here, and again, I do not see anything that'll help us as far as a compass calibration is concerned. I did remove the beginner mode. You see that it bumped all my distance, altitude, flight altitude, and home altitude numbers way up here. So we are out of beginner's mode. That's one good thing. I think what we're going to have to do here is just close everything down and start over again. So I've trying to kill the app here. I killed the app once. I'm going to try to reopen up the app again and see if that gets rid of some of those issues we had. Okay, so right here, we're waiting for an FPV feed to come. Obviously, I'm not in the blue waters of some kind of a tropical paradise here. I'm at the baseball field at the park across from my street here. So yeah, just trying to get an FPV feed didn't seem to be coming in there. So let's see if we're connected here via Wi-Fi. Not sure whether we're still connected or that's the old connection. Let's try the app again. See if we get our FPV feed this time. I see we have some details up in the corner. Okay, here we go. Here's what we've been looking for the whole time. Compass to sir, please fly the aircraft away from strong interference areas or recall the aircraft. Please recalibrate. So here's my instructions on how to recalibrate the app. So it was the button, it was the sticks up and out, and then you follow the 1 meter off the ground. You rotate the drone 3 times, horizontally 3 times, and then vertically 3 times 1 meter off the ground. Okay, so now we're getting someplace, folks. You see I appear in the FPV feed here. So compass is vertically calibrated, so that's good news. Compass calibration complete, that's good news. So I don't know why that wasn't happening earlier. It's probably a software bug. Maybe the app is frozen in some way or another, partially froze. So, but anyhow, we worked our way through that issue here, and we're getting ready for takeoff here. You can see in the upper right hand corner, I got 15 satellites. We have 8.3 volts on the battery. I don't know if there's any way to see how the remaining time or whatever on this one, but okay, the volts went down a little bit there when I took the drone off, but we do have that drone up in the air now. Looks like we have some, stats down in the bottom left-hand corner, the distance, the height, the DS and the VS, which I guess they're kind of speed numbers, how fast the drone's flying. I'm not sure. So it says it's 4.6 height in the air here, and I'm guessing that's imperial. I don't know if I set the imperial somewhere or another, but so here we go. Let's get a little bit more height here. You see the drone's kind of moving around a little bit, side to side, up and down a little bit. So it wasn't rock steady on takeoff, but not too bad, I guess. So let's take it out here, say going down towards the little field here. You don't really notice that that it's moving around a little bit once you're actually flying it. That mostly is just something you see, when you're in a hover. So, okay, it seems to be doing, decent here. Looks like we were 213 feet away, but now we're coming backwards. So, of course, I have, I'm right on top of visual line of sight, so flying backwards is no issue when you're looking right at the drone. And we're back over the baseball diamond again here. And now we're moving left to right, which seems to be doing that well. It actually, it seems to be flying, pretty good. I haven't seen any speed, speed control buttons, whether I have a sport mode or anything on this. But, normal mode is certainly not sporty, but it's, it seems to move around pretty good. There's Frosted Snowman there in the infield. The park's, of course, baseball season's long been over now, and park's all decorated for the holidays. There's a little cloudy sunset over there. And, it seems to be flying pretty good. I'm going to intercut some footage in this video that's directly from the SD card off the drone. Yes, the drone does have an SD card, and that's where it records this video here. What you're looking at right at this moment to speak is the screen recording. And I'm not sure, whether this is 1080p 4K or what, but when I look at the memory the video off the memory card, I should be able to determine what the video resolution is as well as the frame rate. So, yeah. So bringing it in for, closer inspection here. So it seems to be holding its own pretty good there. I don't think this has any bottom type sensors to it. Looks like it may have a little optical flow sensor, like a little pinhole, but not particularly sure on that, but definitely no kind of optical avoidance sensors downwards or any direction on this drone. So, be careful with this guy. But yeah, it doesn't fly bad. Today, it's mild wind blowing today. It's always kind of windy down shore, but today the wind's pretty mild for down here, and the weather, is it's in the 50s, so pretty good for this time of year. So a few clouds around, but at least no rain. So yeah, so far, pretty happy with the little drone here. We're of course recording to the memory card. You can see that on the right hand side of the screen. The red button, the timer below, shows how long it's been recording. So yeah, let's take this thing around the infield here, do a little kind of sport flying with it here, move around a little quick here, low to the ground. And there you saw the case that came in laying in the ground there on top of that Walmart bag, and you can see the landing pad there with the H in the middle. So yeah, man, not bad. Just trying to get a sense of how it flies here, and so far it I kind of trust it so far. It's not doing anything to scare me here or anything. Yeah, so just kind of looking over the different buttons and whatever here. It has of course, a button to stop and start video, button to take the pictures. You can't really find if it has any kind of we'll call it quick shot mode, as DJI calls them, but we're gonna keep looking around here. So here we're just taking a picture here, and gives this kind of fancy sweep effect on the photo here, and I'll try to post the photo here. It's a photo 100%. So there it looks like a couple settings there. If it's a photo, video, and time lapse, so it's good to know it's got the time lapse in there. And look at the top there. It looks like we're back in video mode now. And right down below it is how you play the videos back on the app if you want to see them on the app. And of course, the bottom has a microphone. I don't know what exactly that's for here. I don't know. Okay, here's a map here. Here's our maps. And here's a different version of map showing kind of a radar map there. And here we kind of switch maps in FPV feed. I don't know if this does waypoints or not. Maybe it does. With that kind of that screen sort of looks like maybe a waypoint drone, but yeah. It doesn't show it on here, but when you're actually flying a drone, over on the left-hand side where you see a couple of those buttons there on the phone, you cannot see them through the dynamic island blocks them, but of course the screen recording doesn't record that, so you can see them on the screen recording. That's kind of interesting. This track here, I don't really know much about the tracking on this drone here, but we're trying to learn. We're trying to learn these menus here. Again, this flight hasn't been rehearsed. I haven't played with the app. I haven't done any type of research. So it looks like we're getting low on battery here, so we can do a kind of return to home here. You got to slide to return that home. So please confirm return to home by hitting that slider. So we should be doing a return to home right now. I mean, we weren't far away, so it won't be a very dynamic return to home here, but we'll give it our best go here. So it went up to it looks like 65 feet now. Now it's coming down already. So I think I did the settings. I didn't set it too high because I'm in the field here. I mean, I do the light poles around here, but I would have managed that myself since I'm flying extra close line sight. Okay, this is coming down hard here. Oh boy, she flipped. She crashed and burned here on the landing here. I mean, that thing, even though it came down to soft grass, so I don't think it's going to be hurt. It really, it really came down hard. I mean, it does not have any type of sensors in the bottom to help slow it down. So let me get this thing turned around and rightened up again here, and I'll examine it to see if we had any damage. But it said, luckily, it came down on some soft grass. I mean, I didn't know I was going to need stick management on that landing. I didn't know it was going to, drop like a rock. Okay, I don't see anything except little, little grass on the propellers or whatever, little grass staying in the propellers, but doesn't look like the drone had any damage to it, whatsoever here. So I don't have to replace any props or anything. Probably just put a fresh battery in this puppy. Okay, we're kind of just put fresh battery and kind of rebooting everything again to get us a fresh start here. The ST Fly app, make sure we're connected to the Wi-Fi here, and try to get enough flight in and see. It doesn't look like it had any damage, but let's see if it flies good with a fresh battery in it here. Okay, we're waiting for get the good connection so we get our FPV feedback here. Okay, we got our FPV feedback here again. We're back on the landing pad here, and you see our radar over there on the bottom left-hand corner there. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to take off again on the fresh battery here. This second flight here, want to check out the camera quality a little bit, see see what we think about the camera quality on this thing, because it says camera drone, and so we want to take good videos and pictures, of course, as well as fly well. Um, of course, it has to perform well. It has to fly well. It can't be flying off or not be able to take off or anything like that, because then it doesn't matter how good the camera is, the drone doesn't take off and fly well. But it seems like this drone it is capable of flying. We had that calibration issue, but I don't see it now. So we're getting ready to unlock the propellers here. Okay, we got the props unlocked. We're up in the air. I didn't really mean to take that picture, but we took it anyways. So yeah, what you do is you unlock the props, and then you hit that. See the button on the upper left-hand corner, that kind of up and down arrow side by side. Okay, once you get your props unlocked, then you hit that button to take off, and you could probably just manually hit the ups to take off too. I didn't get to try it yet. So maybe let's go down here and visit old Santa Claus there. He's at the next ball field over, right near the backstop here. So let's take a little bit more of a long distance flight here, a little bit of a range test, we'll call it here, and go down and visit old Santa Claus down here, all by himself at the ball field. You see they got the pitcher's mound and the home plate all covered up there. So here we're back in, that we're going to put our grid lines in here. There we go. We got our grid lines in here so we can get the roll 4/3 going here, So there's Santa there, and on the left there you see that parking lot there. And this is, I'm flying on the big ball field. This is the second biggest. There's 3 ball fields here, and this is the second biggest one here. Again, I'm on the field that the big kids play on, or the adults, and then this one's more of a, kind of kids only type of field here. So let's see what we can get in low and close and see if we still have signal. And, I haven't really seen what the signal meter for the drone yet. I mean, I see the Wi-Fi, but I don't see where it tells us how strong the signal is. If anybody else sees that any place, let me know. But, again, I don't know if we got a good signal or not, but we're down there. We're getting pretty darn close to Santa and getting low, too. It says we're 488, I'm guessing, feet out, 26 feet up in the air. So the yaw's pretty quick on this. We got the quick yaw going on here, and I don't see any place in settings to, tune that down also. Just got to live with the quick yaw, here, but nothing wrong with that, Marcus always gives that quick yaw. So there's a reindeer out there around second base. So let's go back here. We saw Santa. There's me standing in the middle of the infield there, sort of between first and second. I'm like the second baseman playing in for the butt, huh? That's my baseball reference of the day. And, it looks like it's getting cloudier by the minute out here. When I walked out here, it was semi-bright, but the clouds are really rolling in. So you're going to get to see a little low-light footage here. Oh, you are seeing a little low-light footage already with the cloud cover rolling in. And there's the Margate Water Tower down there, and I'm flying right past one of the the baseball lights there, light up the outfield. There's the park that I often fly in or out of it there. And, yeah, there's my car there. There's the dugouts up here. Right, so kind of flying back off the outfield, looking towards the tennis courts here. Like I said, the video on the screen here looks pretty good. I'm going to put some clips in for the memory card, and I want you folks to let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of the video quality of the ST Mini X drone here, the new, the hottest new drone, the drone everybody's talking about. I know, Captain Ray has this drone, a giant drone flyer, and they've been tested out. And there's Happy Holidays, a sign on the outfield fence there. And we're kind of doing a side-by-side there across the infield. And while you see the grass all beaten down in the back of the outfield there, they use this field for soccer, in the fall season. So that's why that outfield gets a little, beaten down there. But the landscapers will have that all fixed up for next spring's baseball season out here. Got all right, maybe another trip out here to the outfield. Moving around here. So sorry about a couple quick yaws here, but it's a little bit touchy there. So let's come back this way again. Just trying to get myself, in sync with the sticks here. You always want to get to know your sticks, how the drone performs, how it handles in different conditions, and so on. Because you got to be ready. You never know when you're going to have an emergency situation where you got to, grab the bull by the horns and get that drone, back to you or go down on the ground. So, yeah, it's got some sun setting over there. It's mostly blocked by the clouds, but you can see that we're not too far away from sunset here. It's December now, so December like 20th, 21st is like the shortest day of the year, at least here on the East Coast and in the Mid-Atlantic states. So, and there I'm flying, looking to give you some views of the water tower there. You see a different Margate water tower in the distance I showed you before. Margate's actually got 2 water towers. So got one here right down by the park, and then we got one on the other side of town. And so there's the tennis courts. So yeah, I think it's maybe about time to bring this back. We're 65 feet away, 52 feet up. So yeah, we can bring it on back. I think we got a good test flight in for you folks. Enough video that you can judge the video quality. And like I said, this isn't the best flying mini drone I've ever flown, but it's not the worst either. It actually handles a little bit better than I thought. It seems to have a good connection. I didn't have any range issues, even though I didn't know what my signal was. Didn't have any range issues. Didn't lose connection to the drone at all. So there's a lot of good things to be said, especially from as Marcus say, a second tier drone, and especially on my first flight. So yeah, it's I can't beat this drone up too much. I don't know exactly what the price is, but I will get you the price here. Maybe at the end of the video or something like that. I'm putting links down below, but I know this is kind of a budget price drone. Whether it's cheaper than the DJI budget drones, I don't know, but we're gonna find that information out. So let's see if I can land this thing a little bit better this time. I had a little bit of trouble in the last landing because I didn't expect it to come down as hard as it did. I needed to buffer that more, with the sticks, with my, stick motions. Because I'm so used to the more sophisticated, more expensive DJI drones. They kind of slow the landing down. It's almost, they manage almost the whole landing for you, where this thing not so much. So yeah, okay, we did a much better job landing this time. No crashes, no coming down hard. Like I said, did a little bit better job on the sticks there, on the come down. So again, it's one of those things while you learn, you got to practice. And now you watch this video, you know that you got to watch the landings on these things. They don't quite have all the sophisticated landing techniques, the DJI drones or some other ones. So yeah, so that's about it for this video here. Picking the drone up here. This is my first flight with the little ST Mini X drone here, and I consider it a success here. We had a couple of rough things here. Had a tough time getting going at the beginning here. But, yeah, it all turned out good. So, folks, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell so you'll get notifications. So I put more videos up about the ST Mini X and other drones. And, again, thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next video, folks.